Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, actually a nice day in Pennsylvania. We came out to meet up with D'Anthony from ZR1 Messiah and JT from Cars Guys. And since it's such a nice day, we're gonna take a ride, but not just any ride. We're actually gonna take a ride in D'Anthony's ZR1. What's up? Look at these three very sexy cars, guys. Look at that. Unbelievable. What's up, D?
What's going on, brother?
Man, it's been a while.
Good to see you, man. How you been?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, man.
How's that drive? That thing looks fantastic.
Crazy, thanks, man. It was a good drive. Like, we had a swarm of people just stop us and started asking about the car. We're like, oh, we got her to get the chest.
Yeah.
Justin, you know what? I never see anything like it. I pull in and everybody's like, oh man, nice, you know that. And then he pulls in, they're like, excuse me. Unbelievable.
Yeah, this thing is friggin' beautiful. Look, somehow he managed to not get any bugs on the front.
Yeah.
Look at the front line.
Look, no, look at.
Yeah. There's no way that, I mean, it had to have looked just like that. All right, guys, so here we are. We're in D'Anthony's ZR1. This thing is freaking amazing. But the one thing I noticed as soon as I climbed in this car is, holy cow, look at that cow. That thing sticks up so freaking high. I mean, look how high that is. Wow. Even on the Z06, it's higher than a Stingray on the Z06, but on the ZR1, I mean, it is massive.
My ass feels wet.
Yeah, that's how they feel.
Damn.
Listen to this guy.
You have it on?
What?
You have the camera on?
Yeah.
Okay. You know what's so funny? Huge leap of faith. I just want to thank D for letting us drive this thing. I mean, we've got Z06s. I mean, granted, but what a leap of faith. He's crazy about his car, as we all are, and thank you, D.
Definitely. This is a little different than a normal Z06. I mean, I say normal Z06, meanwhile those cars are still pretty fantastic, but the ZR1 really is in another league. So allowing somebody he doesn't know that well to just take it out, I mean, definitely a cool guy. He's taking my Z06, but like I said, if he can handle the ZR1, he can handle my Z06. So we're gonna take it for a ride, kind of get a feel for it, see how it rides differently than my Z06. I guess we'll start out in tour mode.
You're in tour? Or
Yeah.
in track?
No, this is tour.
Right off the back,
It's smooth though.
Got it? Yeah.
Transmission feels smooth.
Does it?
Yeah.
Is it a shorter throw?
No, the throw's the same, but that clutch lets out real smooth. That might be because it's new, I don't know. This feels real smooth. Wow, I'm impressed. 755 horsepower feels smoother than my Z06 somehow.
Even with your new ride?
Well, no, with the DSC controller, it's probably about the same in torque, but we're going to change it up here in a second and see what we got. I mean, it definitely feels like a brand new car, because it is. So,
It feels solid.
Yeah, it feels real stiff.
Nice little turnpike, alright, so I know.
Yeah, so here we go. We're going into sport mode. Yeah, it feels a little stiffer. Doesn't soak up the bumps like tour mode does.
Still smooth.
Alright, I'm gonna leave it in second here. We get into a little bit of a flat part of the road. We're gonna give it some beans, guys.
Cool beans.
Alright, here we go. Yeah, that, oh my God.
OMG.
Breaking the law in less than like 2 seconds. So, amazing, amazing. This car moves.
OMG.
Somehow it just feels so planted.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've read this a lot about the ZR1, is that somehow it takes the Z06 and builds on it even more, and I literally feel no wheel slip, nothing. I mean, the car just goes, points and shoots. Unreal. It doesn't even make sense because the cars are so similar, yet somehow very different.
It is a beautiful Z06 there. Oh, that is insane.
That's beautiful. Again, I gotta thank this is too much. This is a fantastic car. I mean, just unbelievable. Hey,
OMG.
what do you think?
I cannot feel the bumps in this car.
Yeah,
Like, this is ridiculous. I was just saying, I'm like, that DSC upgrade, that is totally worth it. If it's a combination of, you have super sports on this, right?
Yeah.
Super sports along with that upgrade.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
If you really want to feel it, put it in weather mode. It's like a Cadillac. But do me a favor, on the way back, put it in sport mode at some point, in second gear-ish, and give it some beans.
Okay.
And let me know what you think.
Okay.
It's kind of funny though, because I get in his ZR1 and I'm immediately like, oh, it's so smooth. He's in my Z06 and he's talking to me about how smooth it is. Yeah. It's like, the cars guy's thing is just so weird.
I know.
It's like, oh, he loves my car, it's so smooth. I'm like, I love yours is so smooth. Meanwhile, they're probably both exactly the same. Maybe someday, if I'm lucky, I could actually own one of these. I mean, this is the dream Corvette. There's just no doubt about it. Are you letting me go?
Yeah,
It just feels so smooth. I mean, the power seems like it comes on a lot smoother than it does in the Z06. Like, I'm pushing the pedal and it's just gradually but quickly building. I could hear that supercharger whine. Oh my God, yeah, I can't hear that at all in my Z06.
You know why?
Yeah, the whine of that supercharger is so freaking massive. That's awesome. Oh my Lord, is this thing fast. 100 more horsepower you wouldn't think would be that massive, but Lord.
And it just kept throwing us back.
Yeah, like I'm not even 100% throttle yet.
It kept throwing us back.
Unreal, guys. Like I said, maybe one day I'm lucky enough to own a ZR1 because this is the dream Corvette. My Z06, that's my dream car. This ZR1 would be my fantasy car. If I ever am lucky enough to have one of these, this thing's a freaking beast. I mean, totally worth the price of admission for this thing. And then we stopped down there, and I rolled down the window and I was like, what do you think? And he's like, dude, your car rides so smooth. And I'm like sitting there thinking, I'm talking about the same thing in yours.
It drives the same as yours.
You think?
Exactly the same. I just feel like I'm sitting up higher.
Yeah, it's that cow. So my wife's riding with me and she just said, it feels like my car, but it feels like she's sitting lower and the car itself is up higher. And I told her it's because of that cowl. That cowl is so much more massive in the ZR1 than it is in the Z06. And it actually makes you feel like you're sitting down lower and the car is up higher. ZR1 in a tunnel, guys. Not bad. This car moves. There's no doubt about it. And that supercharger whine. I don't know if you guys can hear that. I love it. Oh my God, I wish mine made that noise. The exhaust just sounds so much more aggressive. I know they opened it up a little bit more, but now it pops on downshifts and stuff. It's fantastic sounding. That with the supercharger whine, and this thing is just a win. It's a home run, every aspect of it. A supercar performance with 755 horsepower out of a ZR1 Corvette. I mean, unbelievable the way this thing rides. You would not in a million years feel like climbing into a Lamborghini or a Ferrari would be any better of an experience. Just so you know, guys, I'm gonna open up a GoFundMe, and if you want to donate to me, I can get a ZR1. Just kidding, but seriously, donations are always welcome. We just got back from our ride, and I'll tell you what, this ZR1 is somehow light years different than the Z06, and it doesn't make a lot of sense because at first glance, the car doesn't look or even drive that much different. But inside, once you sit in the actual cockpit here, the massive cow in front of you really gives you a good indication this thing's gonna put down some power. And on paper, 755 horsepower, that's a lot, sure, but that's only 100 more horsepower than my Z06, so you wouldn't think anything crazy. But the way the power is delivered in this car, the way it comes on, you're in second gear and you mash that throttle, it's so smooth the whole way through the RPM, but it's just massively fast. Like, you're going through the RPM, it's smooth. You don't even realize that you're going 80 miles an hour before the lights are flashing behind you. So the car is just smooth. I don't know how it's possible. GM built a car that handles the way this thing does. Everything's smooth. The power delivery smooth. The ride of the suspension feels smooth. The transmission being a manual, of course, D'Anthony did it right. He's got the 7-speed in this guy. Even it's smooth. Everything about the car is smooth, and the power is just so, it literally will push you back into your seat and you don't even realize what's happening because everything's coming on so smooth. It's unbelievable. It's a fantastic car. Like I said, hopefully someday I'm lucky enough to own one of these things, but I'll tell you what, D'Anthony, you got one heck of a car. He just drove my Z06. Let's see, what does he think?
So I've never driven a Z06, first of all. So this is the first time I've been able to drive one. I want to say thank you, Justin, for allowing me to do so. I don't think in some luxury cars that I've ever driven in a car that felt so good going over bumps and going over, these roads aren't great at all. And like I was telling Justin, I don't know if it's a combination of the Super Sports along with the DSC Mag Ride update that he did. But I tell you what, I've never driven in a car that was more comfortable and more plush just going over bumps. And even when you get on it, you know you're in a sports car because you can hear the exhaust and everything, but you just feel like you're on a cloud. It's ridiculous. I love it. I think I might have to do that.
Yeah, there you go.
That's how, yeah, I'm speechless. And just overall, the car by itself is just phenomenal. Like I was telling everybody, I fell in love with the C7 because of the Z06. And so just being able to drive it is just, it's really a dream come true for me to be able to drive a Z06, man. Dude, that update is ridiculous. Like,
did you put it in weather mode?
I did.
Yeah, I mean, you literally feel the car go like this.
Yeah,
like it's like a Cadillac.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's like. And yeah, man, this feels good. This feels good.
All right, guys, so that's going to do it for another upload. And hey, thanks for coming along with us. Thanks to ZR1 Messiah. And honestly, you can't get a better car. And hey, if you haven't already, subscribe. Love to have you a part of Horsepower Obsessed community. Hit the bell notification and give me a thumbs up. And as always, guys, I'll catch you in the next one.